Here we are, the last decision of the day, the last decision of the group stage. Group D is about to conclude. Happy made it out on top. 2 Korean challengers for the final spot to the top 8. The first one, the B-boy, the human, it is Sok. Impressive entrance once again. Yesterday, the entrance failed, and he failed against Happy in the winner's final 2 days ago, excuse me. His opponent, more of a calm guy, but what a legend his opponent is. It's again the new generation winners Sok against the second best Warcraft player of all time, the most successful Orc player of all time, the most influential Orc player of all time. Newbie Lin, will they get full coverage? 1-2-0, Lawliot. They made it already. It's just one player of this clan missing, and that's Lin.
He sits on the throne in Orgrimmar, has been there for a long time. It could actually be Focus in the top 8 and not Lin.
Yeah.
How weird would that be? Would kind of fit this year a little bit, which hasn't been the strongest for Lin just yet, and which was pretty good to Focus, who had great performances in the months leading up to this. But of course, Lin still has a chance here, not too bad of a chance. But he showed some mistakes.
Yep.
He showed some flaws. He was playing far from perfect, which is of course hard to do, but which is something that Lin has done in the past on multiple occasions.
Especially against Happy. Happy saw these mistakes and just punished him so hard for that. Missing levels, weird positioning, like losing track of his opponent. That rarely happens to Lin. It is showing here again. And it is quite a history of Lin at Gold League Championships. He had this one year where he was really strong, and then this is not his tournament. It's kind of like Moon-esque at WCGs, where he's struggling to bring the A game that he absolutely has to Shanghai, and I wonder why.
Yeah, at the moment, somewhat understandable with him not being in the greatest shape recently, but even before that, you're absolutely right. We have seen him super strong before, but not quite able to bring it to Shanghai, to WGL. We're going to take a closer look here at Sok first. Meeting earlier on in his group. Life there victorious, then brought down by Happy, where he looked pretty intimidated, to be honest. How does he feel against Lin? How confident is he against his countrymen?
27 years old, not too much offline experience, but he seems to be in the mood. How much will the nerves get to him this time? For Lin, should be no problem. He knows the stage. He is considered the favorite here. He lost to Happy, yes, but he got his revenge over Life, knocking out the first Rogue Warrior with a 2-1. It was way closer than most people expected, with maybe a little crit that saved his tournament life against the Keeper of the Grove on Echo Isles. He needs maybe a little crit luck once again. Sok is pretty damn strong in this matchup. Did Lin find solutions against the heavy pressure that this guy does? Concealed Hill and Twisted out for Sok. Lin doesn't want to play on Northern Isles and Terranar stand, leaves us with AZ, Echo, and Last Refuge. A little different from the Human versus Orc matches we've seen before.
Yeah, Fly leaving in Terranar seemed to prove to be a mistake. Lin will not be doing the same. We're starting off an AZ here for our first map. Very small map, very short rush distances can be dangerous, especially for the Orc, whose Burrows and Tier 2 we have seen in trouble throughout Warcraft history, really. So, who's going to be prevailing here? The new blood, the young gun Sok, or the old classic Lin? He kind of has to make up for previously somewhat disappointing performance, Lin, at WGL always. Best of 3, here we go. We start on Amazonia, map number 1, Sok versus Lin for the last match of this group stage at the WGL.
To that. Sok with his third Gold League. First time he was eliminated in the winners semi-finals of his group, finishing last place against his Korean brother Lawliot last time in the group stage. He did pretty well, was so close of advancing. It was a 1-2 against Fly in the end. Chimiku showed how it's done better. Will it once again be an Orc that prevents him from the prize money and the top 8, or is it this time the success of the new generation? This is already interesting, right?
Yeah, this is an unusual opening, very unusual for this map. It's a power build altar. Used to be the Twisted Meadow special for the level 2 creep at the Rock Golem right away, and then move on to level 3. Does cost a lot of lumber though, will prolong your tech immensely, so you have to get level 3 quickly with this. Otherwise, this is going to be horrible for him. However, should be pretty reliably doable.
Ooh, Farseer. Sok is one of the most aggressive players in this matchup. I wouldn't be too surprised if he doesn't take out a single creep spot before the harassment. Level 1 aggro right away. This is what made him pretty successful in this matchup, despite facing a lot of big names like Lin, like Fly, like Focus. He's still one of the best in this matchup, I feel. The win rate doesn't really prove it, but I'm always in awe when I see this. Lin, though, expects this. He was so prepared going into the match against Life. He knew exactly what was coming on Twisted Meadows, where there was a special strategy for Life with his aggressive tower rush. So he most likely analyzed Sok to the fullest and is ready for that. This time, no double burrow. Oh, wow, he's taking out the Merchant. That's unusual.
Yeah, I mean, with this opening, this only makes sense. Like, if you go for a power build like that, if you just go for the normal build, you can just go for level 2 at the lab, and for that, you don't need this power build. So he's gonna be able to grab up the Merchant with this special build and then move on to other camps for that reliable level 3. Yeah, I wonder how much of a pocket strat this is. How much has Sok been practicing this on ladder? How much are opponents aware of this? I mean, if you're saving a pocket strat opening for a game, this is the game to do it in. This is the game for the top 8. Level 2 for the Farseer here, perfectly lining up his own creep route against the level 2 Archmage. There's a Borrow coming up in the back, which could be getting fairly easily cancelled, but that's also the thing about this opening here. The barracks was really late, so there's only a single footy in this attack.
Yeah, but he gets the burrow anyway. No block from Lin, not trapping him here. We've seen this from Focus before, with grunts or peons to just stop the movement of the human. But okay, he defends it, losing a little time, can't go for more grunts at the moment. So this is time for Sok to build a bigger army, to get maybe a little more into the creeping game. Experience-wise, he is level 2, can be decently satisfied with that. I feel Lindo getting more experience with this Wards Elemental, that's already a big deal as he climbs towards level 3. So yes, Chain Lightning to work with now as well. Archmage, of course, with the Aura. No tech yet by Sok.
Yeah, Sok called a second round of Militia. I don't know what they did, perhaps finishing off the Merchant, but that should have been doable with Peasants only. So his game plan so far seems to be level 2 AM quickly and then run into the Orc base and harass the Burrow. It's working out well so far. I guess he's going to cancel this one last second. Don't think he has the damage for the other one. Chain Lightning coming in, executing one of these footies.
There was an attempt of a block at least by Lin. Doesn't really get it off. Wolves in the main. No Arcane Tower, but resummon. Oh no, they just expired.
Ah, of course. That's what the Peasants were doing. They were chasing the wolves. That's why they were called into Militia. But I'm not so sure about this opening by Sok. Like, yes, he cancelled the Borrow twice, but now it's still finished. Now grunts are still coming. If you're delaying your tier 2 so immensely, which he did, at least you need level 3 from it. Here we see the tech now, and that is so far behind.
Yeah. Half attack, maybe 60% even. 4 minutes 20 in and just now basically started. What can he do now with this Archmage? He has to run circles around Lin and try to find more damage, but Lin is playing this very solid, healing up, getting some regen in for more wolves and more harass, more distraction, forces Sok into an Arcane Tower, also a Lumber Mill in the back. Is that indicating a tower push on tier 2 with a low level Archmage? How can he do that against an already tier 2 Lin who's going for TEC? And Shockwave Chain Lightning against Workers is a dream.
Yeah, I imagine the Lumber Mill here just for safety, for a tower perhaps, or for just lumber income. Tower pushing would be extremely strange with that tech disadvantage and the level disadvantage. AM still being tagged nicely. Good use of the wolves, not letting him slip, always on top of where the human is. It can be really hard to keep track of every position for the human, so it can be hard to prevent level 3. It will be reached now, as it seems, as the AM / the Militia are continuing to creep, but now it's okay. Now it's no longer the early game stages. Now you can deal with the level 3 AM.
Sok losing a Peasant to creeps, of course something That is not really allowed on the high level, and Chain Lightning steals
Oh
another
my
one.
God.
Good block by Lin thus far. Maybe waiting for the second round of Chain Lightning. Nope, spends his mana on the Wolves. Item being picked up by this Archmage. Claws of attack, that's nice to deal with the Wolves, but damage has been done again.
Kind of surprised he didn't go for the Peasants there heavier. If he had focused on them right away after the first Chain Lightning, could have killed 1 or 2. Aiming for the AM instead. Wants to perhaps keep pressure on the first hero. As now the TC is out, starting to creep himself. Will be level 2 quickly if he solo creeps this. And the Farseer continues to be a nuisance, continues to be annoying. Same for the AM. AM not rushing to creep level 3. This is so weird.
Yeah.
So
That's
unusual.
Sock's style against Human, though. He doesn't care about the level 2 Water Elementals. We will see if this is a mistake this time or not. But he's not going too far away from his confident, normal build in this matchup. Again, a Blacksmith. So Riflemen against Orc become more and more common.
Alright. Few rifles, few priests, and a few sorceresses for good measure. Very close now is the Orc to double level up. Wants to get that over at the Renegade Wizard, and with it, a nice item, the Scourge Bone Chimes, the Dream here. Even without a Blade Master, still very good. But plenty of good items to be picked up. Is there a single bad one? I think this is actually one of the rare scenarios where every single one is pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. Mountain King out finally to have a little bit of control, and that's where the game becomes a little more scary for the Farseer, who is one of the squishiest heroes in the game. Stormbolt, of course, we've seen this throughout the entire day, how strong it is, really. Belt of Giant Strength, one of the weaker ones, though. More HP is always nice, but no aura, no Sobi, no stuff like that.
Yeah, with there not being double Sanctum, there will be very few breakers, so perhaps he could even make use of these Wolves, which are level 2. He didn't go for the level 2 Lightning. Level 1 Lightning, though, with the Shockwave as well, finds good damage, not too many kills just yet. TC in Focus Fire, getting Stormpulted, and further attack, but Spirit Link now making him more tanky. One more kill for the TC3, and it's going to be achieved with that Priest, and the Peasants perfectly lined up for the next Shockwave.
Oh, he's waiting for it. Spirit Link comes through. When is it coming? Man, this is so much damage already. There we go. Triple kill for Lin. Sock gets a Raider in return, but damage is done, and the leveling of Lin is pretty impressive on these two heroes. Gets another kill thanks to the aura and the range attack, and Sock is heavily struggling.
Yeah, this is starting to seemingly all fall apart here for the Human, down to only 30 supply against the 46. Still no level 3 AM. Unthinkable with this opening.
8.5 minutes in. That's seriously, it's crazy.
Priests can save themselves into the main, but the rifles will be stuck outside, so one more might be falling unless Sock goes for a Zeppelin or something.
If he kills a farm here, Sock is supply stuck at 36.
Oh man. Oh man, Lin is showing up in full force. He goes for the Zeppelin, so there will be no saving happening on the Human side with that one.
More Stormbolt, of course, but the Zeppelin might come in as a surprise. Finally level 3. 9 minutes did it take him to level that one up for Water Elementals 2, but the Mountain King is still struggling. This Raider,
does he have the ensnare?
Sweet, saved by Lin. Zeppelin is ready for evacuating this unit.
Rifles now being pulled in the main, has to keep him safe, but how is he going to get him out now? Is the question. Has to create an opening somehow. Cut open the tree line. So here's another Raider. Now he has 2 ensnares to work with. Here comes the first one onto the MK, who is already low HP, has to TP to keep the second hero alive and just get back to safety.
And reunite with his army finally. Is the Zeppelin ready? The second one? Yep, there it is. So he can reunite his army now. The Rifles had a pretty good life so far. Everything was calm and peaceful, but things will change for them, for sure. Lin is at 50, comfortably. Good hero levels. Items, okay, getting better now with a few consumables, I guess. He's close to the shop. Just to be safe, maybe an Invul Potion would be nice.
Lin is dominating this map, as he's dominated this game. Double level 4s actually is close for him. If he creeps up the natural, which is kind of natural haha for him to do since he's close to the main and needs the regen anyways, he's gonna have level 2 aura, level 2 chain lightning, along with everything else that he already has. And what he has right now is a 10 supply lead. And these rifles, once again, having a tough time getting off the ground.
Maybe he can snipe the Zeppelin somewhere to get that big impact. For Sock, we don't see any sorcerers. That is something we've, for example, not seen for Cash. Went for rifles and sword. Didn't seem to be the most efficient thing to do, so he's reliant on that Clap. But Clap is not level 3 yet.
And won't be getting it here either. Sock is already taking a bit of a risk. Creeping at his natural without any vision, but he has to take some risks. He's pretty damn far behind, and he must know it as well. Lin, aware of his advantage, keeps on creeping the map, keeps on getting more experience and items, and is even setting up an expansion right now. At his 50 supply, ready to go into 70, by the way, with the boards he's already made. Would like to see Lin save to maybe 500, then go up to 60, and then keep on pressuring the map. And look for more pickoffs, of course. With the Ensnare, he can do it rather well.
And this will be mask for him as well. Oh, sweet. Farsia trying to steal items on the left-hand side of the map as well. This is the heal scroll for him, and this is exactly what Sock wanted. He gets... Oh, actually, yeah, he gets one, but Lin on the other side has two. And the big invul. Boy, is Lin ready for the next fight or what? Double AoE, double heal scroll. Equal supply, but a gold lead as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
No breakers yet for control magic, but fight level 3. That one wolf was actually big.
If Sock takes a good fight here, though, perhaps with some militia, if he takes a convincing victory, there is still a way back into this game. TC lining up for the perfect wave.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
going
an
for the hero
invitation.
surround instead.
That was an invitation if I ever saw one. Chain lightning, no shockwave yet. Clap again. Where's the invul? Ah, Zeppelin escape. Sweet. No Ensnare against that so far, but now he has to kite. And it's hard to do. Oh, that shockwave didn't do anything. Chain lightning to follow it up. That's a little better.
Heal scroll used right there. Already no AoE healing anymore from this human side. That shockwave, a little bit better, but honestly not that amazing either. Doesn't play against too many talents anymore. Doesn't seem to have the best practice, I guess. Next clap coming in. That was the last one. However, TC one more shockwave. Ooh. That one's looking pretty good. And the Raiders have more ensnares to use, more kills to be found as more and more of these rifles are getting taken out, gunned down themselves, despite them being the one with the shotty.
Yeah,
now the militia are coming. Where have they been?
Way too late. And can he escape again with the Zeppelin? I'm not too sure. Ensnare is not ready. Okay, he just walks out of it. But more and more losses. Lin is close to 5-5.
Oh
and then Chain Wave. Insane AoE. And basically no chance for Sock to get an invul. He has to repair his army. 35 supply only, but Lin is going in for the kill. Not letting go. Hero focus may be an answer, but not for the TC. Has to go for the Farsia. That one is far in the back. Clap again. No mana anymore for Stormbolt. Lin TPing out now.
Playing it safe.
Yep.
One more kill. Boom! Gets the rifle. And
level
that
5.
is level 5. And makes it right next to his shop. Time for heal selves and clarities. Isn't that nice? And the expo's done.
Oh boy. Total domination on AZ. And this should be the one of the maps that suits Sock's playstyle the most.
And especially this map, it's like, I mean, it's not necessarily his playstyle, but it is such a good level 3 AM map. And it still boggles my mind that he goes for the power build altar into no level 3 creeping. I have a tough time seeing that one to be a good opening.
So that's level 5-5.
Mana potions for the TC. Oh my god, it's gonna
Oh,
do
for
so much
both
damage.
Farsia and TC as well.
He's so rich.
Yeah, he's losing maybe a peon or two, maybe a bit of HP. But if Lin wants to end this game now, I guess he can end this game now. And the blue force is storming, cutting off the way back. No TP on Sock's side. Yep, a little bit of a shockwave. That was okay, I guess. Chain lightning to follow it up. And how to save this now. Clap, okay. But heal scroll immediately against that.
He's got 3 rifles and 2 priests. I have a tough time seeing this to be doable.
This
Oh
Archmage
my god.
nuked. Clap again. The Mountain King is the carry, but again, no mana for him. I love how Sock is splitting his units so he can't be reached except for the shockwave.
Oh, yeah.
Chain wave kill. GG. Oh boy. That was a stomp.
That was one of the most dominant Farseer TC games I've seen in a long time. I've seen victories with that hero combo, certainly, but usually you get off to a good harassment start, slow down your opponent, and then later on, it's going to be a very tightly fought battle. But damn, that was not very close at all. Sock. He had a specific game plan in mind, very unusual opening, power build Ultra into level 2 harass, but that level 2 harass didn't do nothing, cancelled some burrows, but cancelling burrows is good for giving you a timing advantage. But when your tech is so far behind, there's no timing to be had, especially when you don't have a level 3 AM. That, I don't know, I guess he practiced it and it worked, but here it definitely did not.
There seems to be a scheme here where Lin seems to be really, really well prepared for his opponent and letting them do their thing. He knew what Life was doing, as I said. He knew what Sock was doing. Did he know what Happy was doing? It's hard to judge because we don't have too many replays from Happy. We have not too many tournaments to judge from what he's doing. Of course, ladder, but ladder is ladder. And that is interesting to, like, many players like Moon or TH or Infi, they force their game on their opponent. Lin goes the other way, and so far is in the lower bracket successful with it.
Yeah, especially against Life, that game on Twisted there, he had his homework done perfectly. There was no chance at all for that cheesy push strat. Here, perhaps he knew about exactly what Sock was going to do, but we've seen this Farseer even against the more standard Archmage play. But yeah, either way, it worked out well. He was ready for the early level 2 defense. That's the big upside of that opening, playing Farseer. You can go for the Lightning Shield creep, the Wolves take out the other little guy over there, boom, you're level 2. And I guess that's how this opening is supposed to work. You get level 2 AM quick, then you move across the map, and then you have level 2 AM harassing against level 1 Blade Master usually. But still, is that good? Because you have one footman to attack with. And you don't have level 2 elementals, obviously. You have maximum 2 elementals harassing in the main, plus 1 footy, plus 1 AM. That doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, it's true. If it works really well, then you have a pretty good advantage, but also this late tech, not a big fan of that. Sock seemed to be very confident in his skills with this, but just got smashed there.
Yeah,
maybe the next map should be played with more like a more normal build or complete craziness with like a Blood Mage first or anything. Do you know the map?
We have LR and I think it's Echo. I'm not so sure about it.
Echo would be a Blood Mage map, maybe. Sock was very successful in other matchups with that Blood Mage, for example, against Moon. Let's see if he can pull it out, if he will pull it out against Lin as well.
Yeah, that kind of looked like the first pocket strat, though. It can be a good idea to start off with this weird strategy in the first map, where then you put your opponent on defense, put him on guard as he's trying to make sure he's not failing to any kind of weird cheeses. But that didn't happen. This Farseer was covering a lot of early game options. Really nice choice there by Lin, who will now be moving on to map number 2 with the lead. But of course, this is Sock's map choice. So, does he have another specific build in mind? How much preparation has he done? And hopefully, if he did, it's going to be lining up better than the last one.
Facing elimination on Echo Isles, Lin, is he prepared for this map as well, or will Sock put something out of his head? Pull something out of his head. Decision time already with match points for the greatest orc of all time. Sock spawning in the upper left, playing for winners in South Korea. His countryman, for newbie, with one more map, could make a 100% top 8 run for his clan. Lin in the blue.
So, we have an altar placed normally by Sock, which probably means no Blood Mage, right? Normally when we see Blood Mage, it's the altar towards the south, because you either go instantly for the Expo or you go for the Merc camp before that. But with an altar placed like that, looks like we're going to be going towards the green camp first, which means it should be the AM, should be a standard play. Now,
I guess it's going to be aggression again, right? Creeping green, running over, use Militia to creep the other green to get level 2 again, and try to kill burrows.
Absolutely could be. Focus earlier was bulletproof against this style. Absolutely amazing what he did there. Can Lin be as perfectly defensively lined up as Focus was? And is this what Sock is going to be doing? Probably, I guess. If he does it on AZ, it's kind of to be expected to be done here as well, as this is the better map for it. If you want to play it differently, if you want to play it more passively, namely going level 3 AM. This is really hard here. This is not a very good fast level 3 AM map at all. Perhaps one of the reasons why Lin is choosing this. But by choosing this, he must know of the aggressive potential and is respecting the potential with the 2 burrow tech.
Yeah. And shop. This is the slowest pro tech that we know these days. So yeah, very conservatively.
Has to go for the shop. You have to creep first for the claws. You can't really go without creeping with harass. For that you need a circlet. And if you want to get a circlet here, you have to run across the entire map and then you have no idea where your opponent is. Where is Sock going though? To the Murlocs?
That's
To the poison?
yeah, to the poison. Okay.
Dude, Sock's playing really unusual openings here.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it, I guess. This is going to keep the green camp after the first militia call, and you can creep the green just with footies and water elementals. So this is kind of cool. He is taking a lot of damage from this camp on kind of everything, but I guess the peasants will return home to start mining. But this was 6 militia called as well. This is a lot more lumber required or prevented, lumber income prevented than it usually would be. So again, this is him sacrificing his tech speed by a decent amount.
Okay, he scouts the Blade Master's movement though, seeing, oh, this guy has a claw. Can he still creep this green camp in time before the Blade Master's here, or will Lin go to the right and creep the Magi? He's basically playing blind, right? There was no scout. He's scouting in the south now. But alright, with that claw, should be doable to creep the Magi. While Sock is gearing up with a second circlet.
It's pretty cool though. I like this. The weakness to that would be level 1 Blade Master harass, but we don't really see that anymore. So this, with the meta in mind, seems to be a good opening.
Also like Wolf Harass would be pretty good against that, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
As you don't have resources for an Arcane Tower and the workers are hurt in the main. Lumber Mill already.
Early.
Wow, expecting a tower push for sure.
Alright, Blade Master sees the footies coming in. The grunts are not really in position. This grunt is, though, in a good position, preventing the green camp, possibly. So one Blade Master. Why is he attacking the altar?
I was thinking the same. Like, does he think he has enough damage to prevent the Shadow Hunter? Or is he just distracting? Lin not getting the last hit here. Getting closer to a level 3 Archmage, but I doubt he can get that. With both greens? Is that enough?
Not quite, I don't believe. So oh, watch elementals around. Hello.
Yeah, but not for much longer. Grunt didn't get it though. Scroll the Beast for Lin. Very good in the defense of a tower rush.
Oh, taking out peasants also here is going to help for the mid game. The fewer militia that can be called, the better it is for the orc.
Oh, so close to level 3.
Yeah.
I guess something was stolen or is still left. One of the little gnolls is still alive.
Yeah. But that's not quite enough. Is it? I don't think so.
Must be, I guess. Otherwise, this creep route makes no sense.
Kill one grunt, kill one peon. You know, pray to the gods. Hopefully it works. Or go to the natural or the Murlocs or something. All right, we have tier 2 here quickly approaching.
But no lumber mill, no blacksmith. This is another tower rush. Lin, a little too careful, I guess. Losing some resources on that could be more efficient, but of course he still doesn't know.
Oh, 4 units around.
Okay,
Got
that
it.
will take some time, but that's his level 3.
Blade might be able to pop him out though. He's pretty close by.
Here we go. Boop.
Using the speed scroll to be safe.
And the healing as well. Lin on top of his game today, as it seems. All the right calls so far, except maybe a little bit of too much preparation. But Raider Walker are coming with Totem and Beastery. Blade Master, did he shop something at the marketplace? He has a lot of resource, but of course he wants hero and new units. Double Sanctum Blood Mage!
Blood Mage. Alright, Blood Mage, a hero who is gonna go Siphon first, definitely. If he gets high level with lots of mana, Banish against the Blade Master can be really good. But he is very level dependent. On only level 2, usually you do not have the mana pool at all for the consistent disable of the Blade Master.
Wait, does Sock have a lumber mill or not? Chat is saying yes. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah, he does.
Ah, okay.
Below the barracks.
Ah, okay. Sorry. Forgot about that, or didn't see it there. Okay, then there still is a chance, but with a Blood Mage.
Yeah, so Blood Mage does provide
A player's
damage
forces are
reduction,
under
but has like absolutely no damage potential unless you go Flame Strike, which would be very, very weird.
Okay, sending in Militia. That's it.
All right, so just, I guess just mana for the Water Elementals here is the idea.
Yeah.
With the Siphon.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Sorks. Okay, super good by Lin to not start this creep spot.
Yeah, Blade Master movement there. His scouting was the crucial part in this. Tower coming up already, but I don't think he can defend it.
A player's forces
But
are
it,
under
oh,
attack.
surround maybe? Shouldn't be enough follow-up there though. But the Blade Master is low. Chasing for him, pops out the Shadow Hunter, finds himself in a surround without mana.
Oh my god!
Blocks again! Sock gets the kill.
That's around that hero kill. Is that what decides this game now? This unusual tower push. Look at all the Water Elementals. That's what this Blood Mage is for. Siphon over Siphon over Siphon onto this AM.
And he kills the tower. He got the perfect timing so far. Oh, he got a little gift with his hero kill. Supply stuck. Lin is no catapult against this, and towers are coming up. Kodo will help a lot, but I don't think he has one headhunter. Nope. Very hard to operate from range. Shadow Hunter is super dry. Everything is slowed.
Yeah, Lin is focusing on the interceptions here. Cutting off the reinforcements, taking them out with the Hex.
But the shop is gone in a second. No clarities for this SH. Hurts a lot against the Blood Mage.
Again committing for the
Oh.
Priest here. Wants to get rid of the sustain. And the
Actually
Priest
getting
gets taken out.
He could shop once more. Maybe a little mistake by Sock, or a little too eager to get the kill.
Oh, the Kodo is important to keep alive. That's level 2 for the Shadowhunter as well. And also the shop still remaining.
Oh, then can you hold this? I think not killing the shop was a mistake, but okay, the towers are up. Pressure intensifies, and more and more units streaming in from the left-hand side of the map. Lin has to reunite his army there. Blade Master is back finally. He still has the Scroll of the Beast, but now the shop is gone. Got another clarity though.
Reinforced defense is finished. But still no Demolisher on the way.
He is supply stuck. He can't. With his Burrow kill, he absolutely can't. Yes?
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem now. How does he want to break through this? Hero focus, there's only a TP. No banish. I guess it must be hero focus, right? Demolisher finally, as the Burrow finishes in the back. But that costs a lot of repair.
Is there disenchant now? It's triple Water Elemental all stacked on top of each other.
So much mana for this Archmage here, and so much damage from the summons.
Seems like there's no adept training. Scroll of the Beast coming in now. More damage from this Orc side. Siphon on the Blade Master, but he doesn't need the mana too much, really.
One Water Elemental taken out as well. The Burrows help with the second one. There was a lot of mana invested, and he really didn't get too much from it. The Scroll of the Beast helps Lin out a lot, and bought time for the catapult, but will it be intercepted once it drops?
Peons
Position
are
is
there
decent.
for the repair. But he needs to get the shop up. New shop coming up in the back, but all the grunts
Three
so
grunts.
hurt. Slowed down now, of course, getting attacked over and over.
Sock is pushing, moving out of tower range though for these kills, but it doesn't really matter. Dodges the shots of the Demolisher and establishes a shop on his own.
Yeah, you really want a Raider along with a Demolisher. Then Ensnare plus Demolisher damage is a great synergy. Doesn't have a Raider yet, though. So much mana.
Again on the verge of a game 3 here. Lin has to be careful about every single step he does.
39 supply only left for Lin here. Lumber a bit of an issue as well. Didn't go for the second Demolisher here. And now so confidently moving forward as the shop finishes. Shadowhunter already retreating further into the back. Seems like the shop will be lost again.
The rest of the army, how is he getting the band back together? Blade Master Windwalk, of course, but there's more in the south, right? Ooh, okay, Kodo is there to rescue the Demolisher. Another clarity.
Uh-oh, the walkers.
Yeah,
they
that's the
won't
problem.
be getting out of here.
That's the problem indeed. Speed scroll to save this one, but it's the only one? Yeah. One of everything.
All right. Lin, can you get out of this sticky situation? It's extremely tough. His base, by the way, also not doing him any favors.
Oh, Flame Strike! Good against repair, of course. Second Demolisher. Lin can only turtle. Oh, but the miss rally. What's he doing with this? Blocks himself and then the castles take him out.
Yep. Out of position once, immediately fallen. No room for errors here anymore for Lin.
More and more towers coming up. Pressure onto the stronghold soon. Tries to get another shop up, but it's so desperate. Feeding the Archmage for more water elementals, for more summons. And sending these summons after the demolishers. I like that. Good plays by Sok.
Nothing yet in range of the stronghold though, so like buildings aren't really taking damage. The barracks, yes, but the income is still there until the flame strike comes in.
Here we go. Burn! GG! Sok's special tactics work! Blood Mage Tower Rush, everybody. 1-1. The final decision of the day goes full distance.
The B-Boy is extremely well prepared for this matchup. Special builds set aside for his opponent here. On AZ it didn't work, but this second game looked pretty good, despite how ready Lin seemed to be once again. He was delaying the level 3 for such a long time. He did a really good job scouting. He had an early war mill, hit an early tower as well. Not quite early enough though.
Maybe the tower was a little too late. Also the dispel seemed a little late, but I think he had no other choice.
I think he never went dispel. I don't think we saw a single disenchant actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then Sok took advantage of that mass mana Archmage being fed by the Blood Mage, of course. Good shot, and cool to see Sok going back to kind of his signature hero in such an important game, relying on the strength of the Blood Mage, and that worked out wonderfully.
That's the map to do it on as well. Echo Isles, super short rush distances. Towers were coming up. Towers honestly didn't do much. Didn't do much damage to the building, but of course were the anchor behind. Lin could never really run in, go for a hero kill or something with a speed scroll, because there's always the towers that were the dangerous threat behind that. Yeah, really cool. We don't really see that much anymore, but the cat's kind of out of the bag. I imagine Lin already has now in his mind better answers should he encounter this again, but he probably won't, as our last map is going to be
We should take notes.
Last Refuge, I think.
Okay. Also, Echo
Or no
Isle
one
is pretty hard for human as they don't really know what's coming. It could be basically everything. It could be 3 different first heroes. It could be an expansion. Could be an instant rush. It could be a tier 2 rush. Like, this is so hard. You need to keep an eye on your opponent at every single move.
Yeah.
So, one more map for both of the players. We have a little highlight reel here. First person of Lin, and that was the key basically to everything. Trying to pop out the Shadow Hunter, but losing the Blade Master in the process. Not getting out of there with a beautiful block by Sok. And that was the beginning of the end.
That was super quick reactions, by the way, by Sok. He had the stun on the Shadow Hunter and then a click on the Shadow Hunter after. So if the Shadow Hunter pops out, usually the units follow and then the Blade Master gets to walk out. But Sok immediately reapplying the surround the second time there, then on the Blade Master who was out of mana. Otherwise, he could have slipped out there as well. Sok seemingly on top of his game in the second one, when the first one belonged to Lin. Now, for the third, who's gonna be showing up stronger?
Sok, will he follow his Korean human brother and realizing his biggest accomplishment to date on the biggest stage that we have in Warcraft 3? Or will Lin make it for the 100% newbie coverage? And the 2-2-2 to racial distribution,
Which is going to be very satisfying to my OC. I know that much.
That's the most important thing here, of course. I'm pretty sure they will play exactly for that. All right, decision time. The last game of the day and of the entire group stage. Korea versus Korea, Sok versus Lin. Everything will be decided on Last Refuge.
This used to be a map, by the way, of Fire Lord Tower Rushes. We saw that so much in the past. It's really not the meta anymore. Not at all. But Sok doesn't seem to care about the meta. He's got his own playstyle here. Playing 2 unusual strategies, or at the very least builds, in the first 2 games. Lin playing pretty standard, playing reactively in both matches.
This is also one of the maps that you could go for an early Wyvern, but that's pretty risky. Sock, last WGL, it was also against an Orc, it was also 3 games, and the last one left us like breathless as it was so exciting. It went forever between Sock and Fly. I hope we can recreate the magic here once again. So, first hero for us here, our Blade. It should be the Blade, even though items on Last Refuge for the Blade Masters weren't the best in this tournament yet. But he's not giving up on the crit and the coverage on this rather big map. And of course, Sock with the signature first hero. Archmage without a power build this time. Standard on both sides thus far.
Should most certainly be a one-base play here by Sock. Once upon a time, humans tried to play expansion here. Sometimes it worked. Most of the time, though, it did not. Pretty much on any map against Orc, really hard to make work. And here, easy to creep, yes, but very close to the opponent, so still not easy to pull off. So, we're going to be moving to tier 2, probably at around the same time. Or does Sock have another weird creep route up his sleeve? Is he perhaps going to go for the Merc camp or something? I don't know anymore. Like, Sock doesn't seem to be playing these normal creep openings, but it's hard to find a decent other one here on LR.
To pull out some stats, by the way, Lin is 14-4 against Sock. Of course, the human player getting better and better and closing in on this a little. But
A player's force
it
is
is a 4-0 streak for Lin as well. The last encounters always go to Lin. Also, all the games on patch 1.3x go to Lin. But on Last Refuge, it's
Town is
2-2
under
between them. Showing that this is maybe a little bit in favor of Sock's playstyle. Blade Master, of course, selling the town portal. Archmage does not. This is the most common thing you can do, like snipe these priests and get the consumables. And Sock, again, dodging everything,
player's
going for a little
forces are under attack.
unusual movement. So creeping or instant harass is the question.
Lin was once again playing it safe with the 2 borrowed tech. There is an opening into the main base,
The
by the way.
town
Does
is
he
under
actually want to
siege.
go in there? Ah, it's just being walled off at the last second.
Needs a power build, though.
Does he...
So
have the
close.
damage?
Nope, doesn't get it. Sock almost supply stuck here. Needs to power build this farm again, this Blade Master. With 1 circlet only. Man, this costs so many resources.
Yep.
Finally getting it though, but he still needs to repair it. Sock getting level 2 now. Blade Master scouts this. With this level up, he has another water elemental. But what can he accomplish? Shop is almost done. This forces the Blade Master back, but that's about it. Second water elemental killed.
Has to repair the shop,
A
though.
little late with that, or is it? First peon, second peon, it's enough.
So much repair forced early on from both these guys, actually. Halfway through
A
to
player's
tier 2.
forces
Should
are
be
under
pretty even
attack.
between both these players with the 2 borrowed tech. As more experience is going the Archmage's way, getting closer to 3. This is a very hard early level 3 map. If you can make it happen here, this can already be considered pretty good, as especially the Blade Master is still having issues with his own levels. More footies coming, making it 5. That's quite a high number, actually. 5 footmen plus level 2 water elementals, tier 2 push is scary. Grunts now in the middle, covering the movement of the human and the blade. Finally getting some creeping done. And with that, getting close to level 2.
He has illusion, so scouting is pretty easy for Lin, seeing that his opponent is somewhere entirely else. And Gloves of Haste, only the claw missing for the trifecta. Boot on the Archmage, this is something we see more and more and more. He's trying to poke into the main again. Is the tech done already? Yes, it is. Not preventing any tier 2 buildings yet, or not killing it, but preventing it with his presence. Not going for it though. Decent timing for Lin, I guess. Not losing too much time.
Finding the footies at the tavern. Does he want to go for a neutral hero?
Is it?
No. Just joining up with the AM, I guess. Yeah. Mountain King time.
Yeah.
And no blacksmith here. Seems to be double sanctum. Standard play.
Need some more gold. And with these footmen, getting distracted by an illusion. And the grunts come from the north. And the real Blade Master is ready as well. But only level 1. No real danger. Calculatable damage from this one.
Shadow will be done in a moment, but doesn't get the jump start on the Mountain King because of this 2 burrow attack instead of 1 burrow. Not too much of a jump start anyways. And Sock Slumber isn't looking that great. If it was looking better, could be spamming those militia. Sometimes we see humans even being able to gather up items from both Ogre Magi.
When Sock
Players'
getting
forces
ready
are under
for Wyvern already with that tower in the base? It's not a guard tower if I didn't miss the lumber mill again, but...
There is one.
Fuck.
Next to the barracks once again. Oh, wait a minute. Stormbolt, focus, level up is helping out the Blade Master here, and the Scroll of Speed might be saving him. Whew, that was a little scary. Very good scouting, though, by this Elemental. May grant him a grunt kill thanks to the Ensnare. That is...
Can he get in range for the Stormbolt again?
He's got the boots.
On the grunt though, is that a misclick or does he want to go for a more guaranteed kill? Needs a decent block. Oh no!
That's a slip.
Well oiled.
Stormbolt X. Oh,
up he
nice.
is. What a save.
Ooh.
More lucky than anything, I guess, but a save is a save.
Still don't know creeping for the Shadowhunter, and he's desperately in need of creeping.
A player's
Stormbolt so
forces are
early
under
is
attack.
very scary. But the Blade Master now joining the Shadow to creep up at the lab. Dude, this Water Elemental scouting is outstanding. Once again, he's going to find Lin here. He's too far away really to do anything about this. But at least he's going to make Lin think twice here about, yeah, moving too recklessly.
Lin knows pretty much where his opponent is as well, seeing the movement of the caster reinforcements. Again, a save and... Oh, Blade Master white low. That should be fine. Heal wave unlocked after this one creep. Still no level 3 Archmage. And he sends him away now to level up the Mountain King, which is, I guess, the right idea, because he will be the carry on level 3. And he has a grunt to hunt in the south.
Yeah, and he can creep this
Nicely done.
with just the Mountain King, whereas like the lab would be more difficult to creep without the AM.
Yeah, so it's very good experience for both of the heroes. Level 2 ready. Giving Lin, of course, a little bit of time for his own creeping.
Forces are under attack.
That's how it is here.
1 of mana stealing, not too bad at all against the Mountain King. Also, the Wand of the Wind for disable. Militia called. Is he actually going to push across? There's no level 3 AM yet. There.
He thought he could engage, but no.
Yeah. He wanted to hopefully get the Merchant if he wasn't taken already. But that was not the case.
Getting closer to 50, getting closer to the important levels.
Players' forces are under
XP-wise, pretty equal. Supply-wise, totally equal. Who's gonna get to the red spots first? Or will Sock push earlier? Doesn't seem like it. No Wyvern. Invis helped a lot in this matchup so far.
Oh, and backpack.
Yeah.
I see some Invis footy sneaks, perhaps.
Oh
boy.
Vamp Aura for Lin. The best! 20% lifesteal.
That's going to help out, especially the Blade Master, a ton here as he levels up, and also already Ogre Lord being pulled out. Stormbolt surround, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Okay. Endurance Aura maybe?
players' forces are under attack.
He doesn't see the Blade Master coming, but the Lord is gone. The item is the Endurance Aura. Blade Master gets this steal though. Does he prevent the level up with this?
Maybe from this camp, but there's still the natural and stuff. Shadowhunter is level 3. Would love to go for his own Ogre Lord snipe here, with Ensnare of course doable. Berserker's coming in as well here.
Sees the army now, sees okay, red spot time. Gives him enough time to either push or go for his mercenary camp. I think, is he in time for a creep jack?
It's gonna be close. Oh, the footy is trying to prevent this around.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool. And that was
Oh, that takes
a
time.
bad attempt, even without the footy. Hex coming in. The
Stormbolt Invis claps him. He
Footy
got it! He got it!
Oh my god.
Oh boy, the item though... He got it both! Experience and item going to Sock. What a play! Lin in trouble now. Shadowhunter has an invul, I guess. No, he doesn't.
He's
and
dead.
he is dead. GG by
Whoa!
Lin! He's out! He's out, Sock! He can't believe it! That creepjack across the entire map. The second new school human to eliminate one of the 6S orcs.
Wow.
Fly and Lin both out.
Well done by Sock. So well done. Lin, not in his best shape today, I guess, but all the props to this man. This human player has been increasing. His strength has been improving over this entire year, month by month, little by little. Now he's getting rewarded with the top 8, like Chimiko. He is in the prize money ranks, and now with chances of an even deeper run.
For the first time in the top 8 of the world, he's dancing his way in there. These Invis plays, basically like throughout the entire series, I mean, at least map 2 and 3, the Footman Invis Scout and the Invis Mountain King, what an ending to this game. Getting both experience and item, and then the Shadow Hunter with this Lin, no chance of running away anymore.
Perfect timing as well for the Militia Sandwich, blocking him in, getting the kill. Speaking of Invis scouting, where was the Blade Master? What was he doing?
Yeah.
Didn't see that Creepjack coming at all. Also, the Orgolot pull in the first place was kind of weird, messing up the surround there. I don't think it was because of the footy necessarily. Well, Lin, yeah, this was not his tournament again. Unfortunately, we have to say. Korea will have to rely on someone else. But they have a lot of players to do it.
They have Moon, they have Lawliot, they have Focus, they have Chimiko, and they have Sok. Korea's showing really, really strong here in Shanghai. Even though, like, Lin, is he the only Korean eliminated? Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Well, who would have thought that that's the case? Boy, we have 3 humans with TH, Sok, and Chimiko. Like, how happy are clan winners or team winners right now, picking up 2 top 8 players of the world? Nobody really thought they could do that well. I mean, Group C wasn't the highest stack, but had Moon and Fly, not to be underestimated. And Group D was killer with Happy, Lin, Live, and Sok making it here.
Yeah. Just a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, nobody would have thought that Sok would have been in contention. Yeah. We were, I think, both already on the Sok hype train a little bit through recent months. Yule Cup, especially, where he stood out. They're taking out Moon earlier this year. And yeah, Life had signs of brilliance, so did Lin, but not consistent enough, not reliable enough, with definitely flaws in their play. Here once again, we see the group. Group D, it is Happy flawlessly marching through, and Sok in second place.
True that. There's 2 players with a 4-0 record, and that is TH and Happy. 1-2-0 lost the map to Lawliot, and Moon lost the map to Chimiko in the winners' finals. So that's it for the games today, but we have the group drawing, or the quarterfinal drawing. Once again, the 8 players that we have, 1-2-0 TH, Moon, Happy, Lawliot, Focus, Chimiko, and Sok will be distributed into 2 groups of 4. We will keep the format double elimination GSL style. The top 4 go into a single elimination semi-final that will be played on Sunday.
And yeah, in 2 days, we begin with this. We're going to have slightly longer days. We're going to have 5 matches then with Group A, the entirety of Group A on Friday, then on Saturday, Group B, and then the last 3 remaining matches on Sunday. And as we were alluding to earlier, we have a special guest who is going to be doing the group drawing, and that is going to be perhaps the most legendary player, Chinese Warcraft player of all time. One of the most, certainly. It is Sky, one of the all-time greats, who will be gracing us with his presence.
I met him already. Got a hug. That was nice.
Nice. I didn't.
Yeah.
Cool of you to point that out.
Question yourself then, I guess.
Good job rubbing it in, Neo.
Yeah,
very,
so
very, very
that's how
good.
I am.
Maybe it should be a masseuse.
You wish. There is another theme here, and that is the decline of the Elder Gods. Infi not making it. Fly once again disappointing. Lin out. And the Young Gun stepping it up. Is there a trend towards that somehow?
It certainly does feel like it. I guess we saw that at last WGL already with TH and 1-2-0 not making out. They, in contrast, looked extremely strong this time around here in the summer edition of 2019. Sok almost looks overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think he
That's
didn't
pretty
believe it
cute.
really. I asked him yesterday, like, how are your odds? He said, oh, it's 30-70, but you know, Lin is Lin, and he's so strong in defending rushes. And yeah, he didn't really believe it, and I think he can't really believe it still. But it's cool that it finally pays off. They've been in the scene, Tomiko and Sok respectively, they kind of share the story of grinding a lot and weekly cups and getting far there, but also not winning too many weekly cups because there was always the focuses in Law Alliance, or in Europe there was always, for example, a Happy to take the money. I think like financially that wasn't an easy time for them to sustain to be a Warcraft pro or to put in the time next to whatever studies or job or whatever. And now with winners, hopefully they can fully focus on being a Warcraft player and continue to step up their game, because they both of them bring in a fresh breath into the scene, like new ideas, different timings, different philosophies about Warcraft as well.
And that's super cool. Like, especially I feel like for the humans, for up-and-coming human players, normally everyone looks towards TH and Infi, tries to copy what they do because they are supposed to be the best, and nobody's as good, and nobody can be as good, so you just try to somewhat be on their level. But no, they do their own stuff. They go Blood Mage first sometimes. They do wacky Tier 2 Blood Mage pushes or whatever unusual power builds for better creeping. And so rewarding, so satisfying to see them successful with that as well. And to see some new faces.
In general, like, playing differently succeeded a lot here at WGL. Happy's playstyle is not the norm, especially against Orc with these early Banshees that was super successful against Lin. Law Riot defeating Infi with his Warden is also outstanding for Night Elf players. And yeah, Sok and Tomiko, as we talked about before. Focus also plays Farseer more than anyone else, I feel. So they all have their unique set of skills to bring it in, and that's pretty damn cool.